Today is exactly 1 week before SoFi earnings, and of course investors and potential investors of this company want to know what to expect on the day of the earnings, prior to them, and of course after. Today we will talk exactly about that. What are the expectations, what analysts expect from the stock of this company, what positive catalysts we might see before and after the earnings, and in general what investors of this company should prepare for. Hey there and welcome to the Market Monkey channel. My name is Julia, and straight before this video I want to thank everyone who supports our channel by pressing a like button and subscribing. This really helps our channel to grow. So let's jump straight to the expectations. If we take a look at what Wall Street actually expects from SoFi, we see some very positive news. Opening a tab of earnings expectations on Seeking Alpha, we can see that analysts had actually gave 11 upward revisions for earnings per share, with 12 upward revisions for revenue, with 0 downward revisions both for earnings per share and for the revenue. Basically what it means is that analysts expect that this company will beat the expectations and possibly even beat the expectations both on top and the bottom. But if we're being honest, it's a pretty safe bet, because if we jump to the earnings surprise tab here on Seeking Alpha as well, we could see that out of 12 quarters, SoFi beat earnings per share expectations 11 times or missed only once, which is an incredible track record. And if we go and look at the revenue surprise, we would see that SoFi did not miss even once in the past 12 quarters. So of course it's safe to assume that SoFi will beat the expectations, and actually it's also confirmed by the fact that they not only reiterated their guidance quarter before this, but they actually said that they plan to do better than they expected before, which is a major green flag. The only thing you should understand before investing in SoFi is that positive earnings surprise doesn't mean the stock of this company will surge. Basically, if we take a look at the past year, 3 out of 4 times the stock of this company rallied after the earnings. So basically the company beat, showed great results, and the stock reflected the happiness of the market. But once, or in February, the stock of this company had actually crashed after the earnings. Although, of course, if you recall what was happening that quarter, from February up to April, all of the market was crashing, and basically all of the uncertainty sent the stock of this company flying down. So this is actually an important point to make. SoFi, of course, is a great company. SoFi makes an incredible progress, but if the market will enter some downtrend, or if the market will crash, or if the recession happens, SoFi stock will crash together with the market. And besides this, SoFi is not a cheap stock. If we go and take a look at the valuation, we will see that, well, it's majorly overvalued, 200 and up to 800% more expensive than the sector median. And I'm not saying SoFi deserves to be at the sector median, because right now majority of great companies, modern companies, are very expensive. But still, I think this is a good indication to how far the stock of this company has to crash if the market crashes. So basically what I'm trying to say is that while the sentiment is positive and while the market flies up, I think SoFi will be flying up, and I don't think something major will happen to the stock of this company. But if market enters some difficult time, SoFi will crash more than average company on the market, because it's more expensive and sentiment here is more important. I know that you like to hear about analyst price targets, and usually when major analyst firms reiterate their price or maybe even upgrading it, the stock of this company reflects that and is actually flying up. So if we take a look at the price target upgrades, we would see something really interesting, because most of the upgrades were made in September, only a few were made in October. Among those in October, we see Goldman Sachs raise their price target from $21 to $24, and Keefe, Bruyette and Woods raised their price target from $14 to $18 per share. All of the rest analyst firms had their price target upgraded back in September, and this actually gives us a moment for potential price upgrades after the earnings. So let's imagine only for a second that company beats the expectations, which, well, let's be honest, most likely will happen. And at the same time, analysts start increasing their price targets. This could work as a double catalyst, and I actually think that the stock of this company has a potential to go to its all-time high at 31 or whatever dollars per share. Besides, I didn't want to bore you with the numbers from previous earnings because I'm sure you saw these numbers many times already. But still, let's go very briefly through the presentation and through the guidance to understand what we are actually expecting to see from this company. So first of all, of course, members and products are growing impressively, and here on this slide you can actually see that their compound annual growth rate for both is actually higher than 50%, which is incredible for the company of this size. Moving next to the financials, company expects to make $3.4 billion in 2025, which is once again just wow, it's incredible, it's great, and by how everything looks right now, it seems that the company will be able to achieve this milestone, which is impressive. Besides, not only the company is growing and bringing in more and more members, the margins of this company are expanding as well, which is another amazing green flag, and we can see that adjusted EBITDA margin increased from 9 to 29% over 3 years, which points to the fact that company is not only expanding but actually becoming stronger. And I really like to see that because in my opinion this is an indication that SoFi will be able to stand to bigger banks and will be able to continue capturing market share because, well, the company makes more money, it can reinvest more money and become only stronger with the time. Moving back to the guidance for the full year, the company not only said they will make what they expected they will make, they actually said that they expect their results to be even better. So right now, as I already said, the company thinks that they will grow their revenue, their net revenue 30% year over year, which is amazing compared to 2024. And I know it's 5% less than in 2024, but this company grows with an incredible speed. And the bigger the company is, the harder it is to grow because, for example, each invested dollar makes less and less difference. And still, if we see 30% change in net revenue, this is incredible. I mean, even if SoFi right now would be showing like 10%, it would be already great, but 30, it's amazing. So what this means for different types of investors? First of all, I personally think that SoFi has only a way up this month and maybe even for a couple of weeks in November. But at the same time, if something happens to the market or if we go through some major challenges, some weird conditions, it's possible that SoFi stock will go down. So it's possible that you will see much better entry points, but at the same time, if you're a long-term investor, this would actually be good for you. If SoFi stock, for example, now crashes to $20 per share or $18 per share, this would be an amazing time to buy the stock of this company and to add to your portfolio. In general, to follow all of the news and to follow the stock of this company, I would really recommend doing so on Seeking Alpha. Most of the information I showed you today I took from there. This is an amazing platform, and I have actually a page on Seeking Alpha with different analysis, and I just actually wrote an analysis about robotics that I know you are also interested in. So go ahead, you can find affiliate link with the discount in the first pinned comment and in the description. Make a membership, write to me on Seeking Alpha, follow me there. I thank you for being with me. Don't forget to support this channel by pressing a like button and subscribing. I'll see you on our channel next time. Happy investing!